Memorial Stadium. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Holland, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, they believe that their wide receiver is the best in the country. He has been so electric this season, nobody can stop him. They believe that he is so efficient in the red zone, top 5 in the country in receiving touchdowns, and he firmly belongs in the Heisman conversation to hear his name called in New York later this year. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Pringle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
On the draw, it's Pringle. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying the left side. There he goes. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason good. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got it along the sideline. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. See some running room. Racing to the right. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
I don't know what the records are, but Jesse, they are very much in danger. It looks like Derrick Henry playing with a bunch of 6-year-olds out here right now. Just hand him the ball, and he's just doing whatever he wants, however he wants, and putting up some stupid numbers.
He looks like Derrick Henry and Pop Warner. I mean, that's what this is looking like right now. It's ridiculous what we're watching, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. This could be one of the greatest running back performances in the history of college football if he stays in the game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mensa turns it upfield. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Press center downs going to the air. They'll run the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Pringle. Knocked down immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Here's Mensah to throw. Right side, it's Wingo. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board. He's loose on the right. The 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mensah. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Selling the fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. Still on his feet at the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quick completion on the out. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Running inside, it's Pringle. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fit.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. He's changing the play. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Great. Lock in.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Turning it on! And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a look at the stats and what has been a high-scoring early part of this game. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. Nice move to pick up yardage. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Have your yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Makes a grab deep. Wide open spaces. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Mensa. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Buys time to his left. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard's going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he has gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right, and this defense has had absolutely no answer so far. Giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines. Get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll pull it down. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it? He'll take a shot. And that one is right on target if his target was the first run.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The give, it's Pringle. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
They're only 1 for 3 on 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play. The Hurricanes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The snap sets up to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They want to run this quarterback. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might as well run him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Find space on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He's going to run it. At the 45, on his way. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Offense set on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. On the run, it's Davidson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride him again. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Sees a crease. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the Pitt Panthers. And it's the Orange, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Keep it on the ground. Crosses the 30. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He's going to take off. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Pringle. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second play that you have to react to. It's a pass. Everybody's playing pass, but he has the ability to do that. And we've seen him do it today already. Just take off, make things happen. Now the QB over 100 on the day, and his leg.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Fighting off the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right at the line. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. His 8th touchdown of the game. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Drops back on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it at the 15. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a first-and-goal situation.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Using his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The fake wants to throw. And he gets rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Rolls right, trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the tight end. On the move, it's Pringle. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Rushes on. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and 19 on the season. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. His 9th touchdown of the game. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Number 81, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snap in the shotgun. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Nice job by this defense finally getting him on the ground. He's had a huge day with his legs, so I understand. He wants to make plays. He's got over 100 rushing, but trying to get out, the continued pursuit, nice job getting to him and getting him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll be stopped a couple of yards short. Needed to get it to the 35, but they'll spot it at the 33, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
4th quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I know this guy's had a lot of success running the football early in this game. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, but it's like mixed martial arts. You've got to know when to tap out. When the defense has you in a Darce choke, you just got to tap out. This guy's trying to do way too much. The play was over seconds ago, and as a result, he gets knocked unconscious with that submission.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the defense wins that battle, and not surprisingly, they're paying attention. Like, you kind of want to peep over there when the guy already has 3 touchdowns on the day. They're in tune. They know where the football's going. Nice job playing better coverage on a guy that, quite honestly, has dominated this football game.
Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. Got it down the field. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
You just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. There he goes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Showing off the arms. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
And that's a big 3rd down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on 4th down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this 4th down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just haven't been able to close the door.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Follows his block. It's Davidson.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you've now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll try the left side. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Not a lot of room to make this catch. No room to bring it back. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to throw on first. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the outside. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Wingo. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The noise level is relentless here on second down. The RPO. It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
Right now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best?
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And they score first here in overtime. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And they did tack on the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
They give it back to him. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be fourth down and decision time. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Looking for the marker. Not gonna make it, and the fourth down gamble backfires. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away knowing the play is over.
Second down to the air. That one just came off his hand badly.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. On its way, it's gone! They walk it off! A field goal to win it!
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.